Hey everyone, Connie here with my redirect to my blind reaction to Voltron Legendary Defender Season 5, Episode 1. That's right, we're finally back with Voltron. It's been a while. In fact, we have not done Voltron the entire time this new channel has been up. We did Seasons 1 through 4 on the old channel before it was unfairly terminated by YouTube. So this is actually, for those of you who are newer to the channel and everything, you guys didn't actually get to see my reactions to Voltron Seasons 1 through 4. And I'll just go over real quick. I did enjoy them. Pidge is my favorite character. The entire thing they did with Shiro after he went missing, and they brought him back way too quickly and way too easily, I feel, and it just didn't give enough time devoted to that entire storyline. I don't like how the pilots of the Lions keep seeming to switch back and forth, and the opening has stayed the same, and I really am not a fan of that, especially because the opening's kind of bland. I really am not a big fan of Lance or Keith. And I'm not really a fan of this entire thing Keith is doing with the Blade of Marmora currently. I feel it's just not that interesting. Yeah, and basic stuff getting caught up. Where we left off with the end of Season 4. Lotor has proposed an alliance with our heroes. So I'm wondering where that's going to go. Also, I do know one bit of information that was apparently revealed outside of the series, I guess more recently. Apparently Shiro is gay. Like, he has had a male partner in the past. Apparently this wasn't revealed in the series itself, but it was, like, revealed by the creators or something outside of the show. And my only thoughts on that are, cool. I did kind of ship him with Pidge a bit, but, I mean, in the end, I don't care. I mean, if they want to make Shiro gay, that's great. All the power to it. Some fans might be a little upset that it wasn't Keith or Lance, but I'm not one of those. I don't care. But yeah, it's cool. Either way, I don't really care. The characters are the characters either way, no matter who they love or whatnot. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, as long as the characters are still good, as long as the story's still good, that's what matters to me here. So yeah, we are playing catch-up. That's why I'm doing this now. That's why this kind of seemed to come out of nowhere. We're trying to get caught up with the seasons, because 6 seasons are out currently, and Season 7 is starting this fall, I believe. Actually, I think very soon, this next month. Not even the fall. Starts this next month. And it's just like, I'm not ready for that. I'm really behind because I've been trying to put some other shows first, trying to get some other stuff done, and give a little bit of a break. And now at this point, it's been like, let's see. It's been about 5 months or so since we started this new channel, since the old one was deleted. And at this point, I think it's about time to get back to Voltron. Now, I do admit I did have some misgivings about where the series had been going lately, that, as I mentioned previously with my quick recap, some of the things I wasn't a fan of, like the entire thing with Keith going off and doing the Blade of Marmora stuff, Shiro's return being just extremely rushed, and not really given enough time to focus on it. I don't like how a lot of these seasons have been, like, half-length lately. I know that the upcoming season's going to be full-length again, but, like, everything up before that, it's, like, all half-length, and it's like, I'm not a huge fan of that, because it just feels like, it feels like they're pumping out seasons way too quickly, because they're doing half-length at a time. So it's like, they're putting out, like, a normal-length season, like, months in between, or, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But I am excited to get back into this. I'm just hoping it really starts to get better again, because I'll admit right off the bat, from where it left off, it was really starting to lose me. The show started off great, The first two seasons I really enjoyed, but starting in like season 3 and especially in season 4, it really started to lose me a bit. It just felt like they were trying to just do some kind of silly things, to be honest. And that's the problem with a lot of these shows that go on for so long, that eventually they just start to become stale, or they just start to have to force things in to fill more time and produce more episodes, when in fact they're just hurting the show in the end. Rarely does a show go on this long and really succeed at it. MLP is one example of a show that has really succeeded at it. And there's a few others here and there that can really do it well. But then you have other shows that just get really bland and boring, or just start to lose their charm. The Simpsons is a huge example of that. And eventually, I don't want this to be one of them. I'll be fine if it was just like a low point, like a little bit of a dip in quality for a bit, but then it comes back up. But if it really continues to do this throughout all of season 5, I might not continue to season 6. I'm just going to say off the bat. Now, season 5 is 6 episodes long, and because of that, I will be doing most likely 1 episode at a time. There might be a week where I might feel like I can do 2, but just because it is very short, I think 1 episode at a time is fine. Right? And we'll go from there. So yeah, today we're just doing episode 1. Oh, another thing I didn't mention, Matt is back. They did end up rescuing Matt, Pidge's brother. So he's back, he's joined forces with them. All kinds of good stuff going on. But we're gonna get into this now. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we will begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, so we are back in full force, and things are getting interesting right off the bat. So, the Paladins have taken Lotor as kind of a prisoner. They're keeping him basically locked up, but also taking advice from him. He's, I guess, trying to prove that he's worthy of being trusted by giving them advice on where to strike next and all, and so far everything he's told them has been legit. Like, everything has worked out in their favor. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's on their side. We know that he is not on the same side as his father. We know that for sure. And I think that everything he's telling them is only for hurting his father's plans, which in turn helps his plans. Yes, it's helping Voltron as well in a way, but it's kind of this ulterior motive on his end. He's trying to gain their trust for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but I think he's probably just going to end up trying to use them for his own sake, for his own purposes, and to increase his chances of success with what he's trying to do. I don't trust him. But we find out that there's apparently a prison camp that's holding all these scientists, including, apparently, Sam Holt, Pidge and Matt's father. So Pidge, Matt, and the, I don't know their names, Norman Reedus' crew, because Norman Reedus voices the dude in their group. They all go down to the planet to try and infiltrate it and get the prisoners out. It ends up their cloaking device is seen through by this barrier, and Pidge has to fight off some fighters while the others go down onto the planet to rescue everyone and try to find Sam. Unfortunately, Sam is not there, but they do end up rescuing all of the scientists. At that point, Zarkon is making a deal with Lotor's former generals. And Zarkon contacts Voltron and offers a trade. They're offering to trade Sam for Lotor. Now, I clearly do not trust Zarkon at all. I do not believe he'll stay true to his word, and he's going to try to take them out for sure. He's going to keep Sam alive for now at least, because he needs Voltron he needs to have that bargaining chip. But I do not believe him. Yes, he definitely wants Lotor, but I do think he's going to try and double-cross the Paladins. And honestly, I think just thinking smart about all of this, our Paladins will come to realize that as well. We also saw a bit of them talking to the allies that they've made in their continuing liberation of the galaxies from Galra rule. We saw the Blade of Marmora as well, specifically, and everything seems to be going pretty well at the moment. This season is kicking off really strong, like just not wasting any time in getting into it. But it is a 6-episode season, so they kind of have to. They can't waste any time. I don't know where it's going to go from here, though. I can presume that Zarkon's going to try to betray them. I don't know if that's going to happen in this next episode, or if there's going to be something else before they go try to make the trade. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you know that they're going to have to go and at least try to make the trade. Pidge will not relent on that. You just know she won't. But yeah, this was a good episode to kick things off, and I did enjoy it. I thought it was a very enjoyable, fun episode. Again, we'll have to see where it goes from here. I am still kind of keeping watch on this series at the moment, because like I said, the past couple of seasons have kind of been declining in quality, and I really want it to start going back up. And this episode isn't really a good indicator of either way. It was a good episode, but it's not really indicating whether or not it's going to start going back up, or if it's going to stagnate or even go further down. It's not really telling us enough yet. We'll have to see where it goes with next episode. Once again, we will be doing probably just one episode of this a week, because with everything else we're already doing, one episode is probably just the easiest way to go about it at the time. If I do feel that we can handle more than one a week, then maybe we'll do 2. We'll have to see. But yeah, for now, I'm glad to be back with Voltron. And before anyone says it, because I know someone might bring it up, we will eventually be getting back to Loud House as well. Loud House is not canceled or anything. We were just taking a break between seasons 1 and 2. We will be getting back to Loud House. I just don't know exactly when. Right now, we're focusing on this. And again, as I said before, this is not a new slot on the reaction, just for reactions. This is just, I just want to get caught up on Voltron right now. So I'm doing that on Tuesdays. It's not a new slot. Once I get caught up, I'm not saying I'm going to replace it with something right away. I mean, I might, but that will just depend on where things are at that time and point. Right now, this is what we've got. I'm just putting this in as an extra just because I do want to get caught up. That's all. And once again, as always, do not leave spoilers in the comments. Please do not spoil anything as to where this is going to go. As I did say at the beginning, I do know that they revealed that Shiro is gay. But again, that wasn't actually said in the series, apparently, from what I heard. That was revealed by the creators or whatnot outside of the series. Don't reveal anything that happens in seasons 5 or 6. Don't reveal anything about what happens in the trailer for season 7, because I know that's out. Don't reveal anything. Just don't reveal anything, okay? I want to remain as spoiler-free as possible. There is one other thing I do know, though. I do know that Shiro's hair somehow and at some point goes completely white. I do know that. I don't know how it happens. Do not tell me. But I do know it happens. I have seen art of it. I have seen a couple screenshots. Um, Again, I don't have the context behind it though. So yeah, no spoilers in the comments for anything that is to come. And in the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're excited to be back to Voltron reactions as much as I am. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all